I never noticed this. Neville is so pure. Do you know there's a wizard in Nepal who's growing gravity-resistant trees? Neville, no offense, but I really don't care about plants. You know, Harry, that is an interesting piece of information. Don't be an ass. Harry, your whole thing is playing a sport that involves flying around on gravity-resistant sticks made from trees. Did you ever stop to think Neville was telling you this because he was being considerate of your interests? Wasn't that a whole thing? That Neville was like one of the true heirs of Gryffindor or something, and he could pull out the sword from Gryffindor, Gatwick, or whatever his name was. I don't know, the big sword. Like, because Neville was so pure of heart and all that. Yeah, Neville is pure. He is, and Harry's a bit of a dick. Hello and welcome to Kalbus. My name is Zen, and today we're taking another delve into r/Tumblr. That's right, we're delving back into the depths of Tumblr from Reddit on YouTube. That's right, we're just part of the pipeline. Let's jump in, shall we? Ha ha ha! Summer Olympics. Who can run the fastest? Who can swim the fastest? Who can do the best somersault? Winter Olympics. Who can make it to the bottom of this ice slide of death and survive? Who can get around the rink without getting their hands sliced off by everyone else's feet blades? Can this guy do a 1080-degree flip without dying? Jesus. Summer Triathlon. Don't run too fast. You have to save your energy for a swim and a bike ride. This is Winter Biathlon. I see you've been skiing for 5 miles. Now here's your gun. Look. All I'm saying is winter Olympics and winter sports, you have to be more active. It's all about pumping the blood and keeping your blood warm because it's cold out. You got to do things that get you excited, things that will just keep you going and just push you to the edge to keep you warm. It's what it's all about. Ah, no, skiing with guns. I never understood that, but it's sick. This one time... hold on, the image is made for ants. Give me a second. This one time, I ate so much salmon I could barely move, and then my mum was like, oh, have some blueberry pie for dessert. And in that moment, I understood what it was like to be a grizzly bear. The realizations... God, why did this hit me so hard? Oh... I just had this mental image of the dude just laying on the couch, hands on stomach, just, oh. Blueberry pie, oh. Head turns around, yes. Oh, I love this. This is so good. Oh. He really needs a father figure. Peter Parker really went from a don't tell me what to do 15-year-old to a please for the love of God tell me what to do 17-year-old. Accurate representation of the teen to young adult transition. The MCU Spider-Man films are just really good. I know there's people that don't like them for some reason, but I think they hit like all the right notes and they're just entertaining. And that's the most important factor. They're just really entertaining. But no, this is accurate. This is good. It's like young children and like teenagers, they get all that kind of gusto and they get this kind of confidence and ego where they think they know everything about everything. And then, yeah, this is just really accurate. When you start to realize you don't know what you're supposed to be doing and nobody else does either. Welcome to being an adult. Makes a lot of sense, to be honest. The eradication of Adobe Flash dress-up games directly led to the creation of NFTs. Sure, I'll incorporate that into my worldview. I mean, yeah, no, I don't know. Didn't NFTs start because some guy was, like, annoyed playing World of Warcraft for some reason? I think that's where it stemmed. I can't remember. Or was that crypto in general? I don't know, I can't remember. But I just really like this idea of buy this line of NFTs where you buy a base image and then spend tens to hundreds of thousands on each accessory so you can make your avatar your own. Ah, yes, I'll spend all my money and make something unique and creative to myself. It is mine. Cool, yeah, everyone had that back in the day with Adobe Flash dress-up games. What are you doing, you fool? You have too much money and too little sense. Yin and yang. I'm going to start a false crime podcast where I explain crimes that never actually happened. I'm going to do the crimes you explain, forcing you into having a true crime podcast. You know what? When you don't like someone enough and you go to whatever end you need to just to ire them. This is just next level messing with someone. I will go to extreme ends just to commit crimes to make sure that your fictional podcast becomes factual. Your move. Look at him go! Here's the best account on Twitter. It's run by an electric eel in an aquarium in Tennessee whose tank is wired to a computer that tweets something like zap or pow every time he discharges electricity. Pow! Buzz! Zap! Good. Who came up with this idea? I love it. It's amazing. But why? Why? Like, wait, is this a marketing ploy? It's just... Someone had to pitch this. Someone had to pitch this to people, and if they didn't have the means to do this themselves, they had to pitch this to just a freelancer or a company to make this for them. How did this become? How did this even come into existence? I'm glad it did. I'm just curious. Gregory, a haunted, supernatural, and or otherwise reality warping place that one intrepid human keeps trying to investigate. But there's like a fey equivalent to a sign on the wall like those about cats who insist on getting into public buildings. Yes, we know about the human. His name is Gregory. We remove him from the premises regularly, but he keeps coming back. Please do not feed Gregory or give him anything. He is feral, and we do not want to encourage him. Interact at your own risk. We do not own Gregory, and we take no responsibility for his actions. Kindest regards, management. I'm not gonna lie, as soon as I saw the name Gregory, my voice automatically started to go towards Freddy Fazbear. That's all I could think of. That's all I could think of. I've not even played the game. I don't even like FNAF games, but my mind immediately went towards Freddy Fazbear. Gregory, get in my chest, Gregory. God damn it. When you have to teach the most incompetent, you gain an appreciation for babies and vice versa. Professors who have only interacted with other academics for years. What do you mean you don't know multivariable calculus yet? Professors with small kids, thank you for not putting the lab equipment in your mouths when I turn my back. Bring this back to share that one time I slept through part of a Zoom meeting with my PhD advisor, who has a toddler, and he told me it was fine. That just meant I was a good sleeper. Look, okay, I'm not a huge fan of academia. I never fit in well with that. I didn't. But as someone that went through college and university and went through all that jazz, it's exhausting, man. The amount of work that is piled up on top of you with the ever-increasing deadlines, and you've got to deal with so many other things, and just living, it's exhausting. Let the dude have a sleep. That advisor, good on you, because you've been through it, you know how exhausting it is. That's good. I am my own enemy. Do you ever sabotage your own free time? Like, what the hell is that about? I want to play this game or read or do something specific, but instead, I will just stare out the window or scroll mindlessly. Yeah, 100%. I'm sorry, is this me IRL? No, it's Tumblr, where it's also sometimes relatable. I get this all the time, personally. I have grand plans. I know not to overschedule things because that'll just make things worse, so I just set out individual, like, 1, 2, or 3 things that I need to do per day, and I work through them. But even then, I would just like, okay, it's time to do this. And then I will just find any excuse not to, or just do anything other. Like, even things that I enjoy, I will just sometimes just not do. Because, I don't know, it's just, jumping into it just doesn't, I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate to this. And I know it's probably related to certain mental afflictions, but still, this is relatable. Kel fell asleep on the couch one night, so we gave him a pillow and a blanket, which we made out of Kleenex because we always have those around on our coffee table for when we watch feely stuff. My heart! Doesn't even go with my blog, but I can't scroll past this without regretting not reblogging it. Hashtag, how does a cat with a Kleenex pillow not go with your blog? Hashtag, what are you doing with your life? This is adorable. Little cat's just tucked in, the little blanket, the little pillows. He's just sleeping. This is just making me want to go and pet my cat. I just want to go give him some attention now. This is just adorable. Wise words. I'm upset because I want to change the world, but the world is too big and people are too mean. Do not be daunted by the enormity of the world's grief. Do justly, now. Love mercy, now. Walk humbly, now. You are not obligated to complete the work, but neither are you free to abandon it. Rabbi Tathon. That's a nice quote. That's a nice quote. As, again, this kind of ties in with the thing from a couple of posts ago, where sometimes just thinking about the enormity of a task will just shut you down mentally and whatnot, so you just don't start. Taking this first step and just getting on with it and taking the smallest of steps, you'll realize it's not so bad and you'll start to work through things as you need to. Looking at the grand plan of things can help at certain points, but don't just only see it as that. Have a goal, but don't just focus on the end. Look at what you can do right now and just do it. Bical seals. Bical seals look like if you do so much as breathe a single molecule on them, they'll disintegrate into a small puddle of tears. They look like they make the laminated sheet wobble sound unprompted and constantly. Look at the little dude. Oh my god, that's so adorable. That's so adorable. What the hell? Okay, well, I think this is kind of cute, but then someone mentioned if it wasn't for the shine on the eyes, they would look pretty terrifying, and there's an image. There's just a straight-up image that someone showed, and yeah, that's kind of terrifying. Still kind of cute, but kind of terrifying. They're a protected species. The evidence can't have just flown away. Not like you'd know anything about flying, right, Steve? Wow, the constable is kind of a jerk. Ducktactive was such a good little show within Gravity Falls. I want it to be a real thing. I want Ducktactive to be a real show. It has so much potential. So much potential. Not, I mean, maybe a little bit, but not too much. I'm overblowing this. But I'd love to see it. Also, I just want more Gravity Falls. That was such a good show. I miss it. And that's all the time we have for today on Kalbus. If you liked the video, consider dropping a like, or maybe even subscribing, or hey, maybe even sharing with a friend, and just being like, hey, Tumblr. If you want to see some more r/Tumblr, then stick around just a couple more seconds, because another one will be popping up on your screen. But on that note, I have been your host Zen, and I hope to see you in the very next Kalbus video. Have a great rest of your day.